So let me show you what's in the new class pack, because there's so much, it's really, really difficult to get into a photo. Okay, so we've got the Monster Mapping Kit Handbook, which is everything you need to photocopy all the resources for week 1 and week 2 of your prep or even your year 1 teaching, so that the children are learning the monsters, learning to build words in monsters, that's spelling, and follow the monster sounds to say the word. And we introduced the sound pics at the graphemes around about the end of week 1. Certainly by the end of week 2. So that's what you need for your phonemic awareness program. We've got the letter formation. So these are read writing. Can I use these cards because of the letter formation phrases? Down Nobby, up and over his net, down the tower, across the tower. So we do that at the same time as we actually start, so that by the time they're going to phase 2, which is we're into our real phonics, that's they already know how to form certainly these letters of the alphabet. So these are your coding posters. So this is your whole phonics program on an A3 poster that the children work through at their pace. It's got 90 or so high frequency graphemes. They're practicing them in words. Phonemic awareness carries on, building words with sounds. And here are your high frequency words, 100 there, high frequency words. And of course, they're using those graphemes in real sentences. So that's your whole phonics program on an A3 sheet the children work on independently. And within here, you've also got your sight words done differently handbook, over 400 high frequency words, code mapped and monster mapped. So code mapped, d or door, and then show that. So you could photocopy this and create flashcards if you want to, but it means the children learn to spell the words as well as to recognise them with automaticity. 400 words, so that extends your 100 words on the back of the coding poster. You've also got in the pack one of these, which is all 400 high frequency words, code mapped, that the children can have a play with or use for testing each other. Now we've got also with your phonics, I've included these. So these are when you've got children who need some extra help, learning support. These generally we use with children in the early years, but if you've got children who are working on in a group learning support setting, these are great because it just breaks down those 4 code levels that we're covering, all the graphemes, into smaller posters. So we've got a level on each side: green, purple, yellow and blue. So 90 or so high frequency graphemes. We're not just recognizing them, at, put, it, and we're also using them in words. There's your rap and sentences. And to help you, you've got the assessment tools. So these are laminated, which means that you can photocopy them. Every child could even have their own, but you're practicing. Do they recognise those? Can they go at, put, it, do, good, j, os, etc.? Can they actually form them? So if you say to them, can you give me this as in sat, can they actually form it correctly? Letter formation, all sorts in this assessment tool. And it's not just recognising the graphemes, it's also can they understand what they're reading. So here are your student sheets. That's what they look at. So they're following the sounds to say the word. So you're using nonsense words as well as real words. So if you've got to do the phonics check, this is actually a really good resource to have because you can actually check using that. So we've also got these as your decodable readers. So these are great because these align with that order that you're teaching. So think about your number 1, at, p, e, Think about your sat pin that we're starting off here. So they're not just practicing them and practicing them in words and practicing them in sentences. They're also able to practice them using little readers. Yes, they're boring little readers, only a few words, but it's the purpose of these is so that they're actually practicing their decoding fluency. So these align with all of the representations that we're using for the speech sounds. And we've got with regards to your spelling and the speech sounds, we've got, so here's our high frequency one we start off with, then we look at that once. But here are all the representations. So we've got those on the back of your monster cards as well. So you have 5 packs of monster cards. So you'll have 5 of these cloud mats. These are spelling mats, which means that you've got one for every table, because usually you've got about, 5 tables in your classroom, 25 children. So here are your monster cards with all of the spelling choices on the back. So although they look at these 3 representations as high frequency representations when they're going through that phonics code, so when they're going through that phonics code, they're looking at S, they're looking at S, they're looking at S. So whereas they're looking at those high frequency ones, there are all of the choices. So they are displayed on the back of the monster cards, which they can manipulate, which I'll show you in a minute where they go. They've also got those as their tabletop activities, tabletop cloud mats, spelling mats, and they've also got them in their spelling cloud keyring. So they can have one of these on every table. Again, here are all your spelling choices. Now, the exciting addition is your speech sound monster bank. Because your speech sound monster bank, you just put a core flute. It's just standing up with core flutes. So just go to Bunnings or whatever, get a bit of core flute and stick it up there. And then you put 2 of these packs of monster cards into your monster bank, along with these brand new cards, which means that the children can practice their their sight words, if you like, those high frequency words. They can practice building those. So think about that. Many, many, with the cards, many. So the cards show the sound, like that's O, but it shows the representation, so like that's monster So if we just have a look, so you would get your monster bank and you'd just put your 2 packs in, and you would put these cards in. So for example, like that that we looked at this there, it comes with the stickers on. So like this is your visual prompt, which also ties in with your coding poster. Can you see the end of the rainbow? So we've got that there. And it ties in with our chants, which are on the back. So everything all ties in. So the children become really familiar, it becomes really familiar. End. So when we've got our spelling bank, we've got that now this is the one that generally the teachers will look at. They'll think, where's monster end of the rainbow? Whereas the children are looking for monster So there's monster So there's the monster card that we were just looking at there that you've got, that you can put in, that's got all the representations for But you also put in here all the cards showing all of those choices for So you're going to have, how many cards are you going to have in there? Well, you can see for the speech sound, the monster, you've got 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've got 9 choices. So you'll have 9 cards with the monster on there, but with the different grapheme. So here, I've just already put in 1, 2, 3, but you'll have 9 in there. But everything, this is your whole code, and this is a world first. Because what we're doing all the time is thinking about the best ways, the most effective ways for children to learn how to map graphemes and phonemes, and so that they can read with fluency, expression and comprehension. Now within your pack you'll also get a pass to the online training, which also includes the resources for Snap and Crack, which is your cracking comprehension. So this literally is your complete program for teaching reading, writing and spelling. And you'll also get your bonus Speech Sound King puppet, because the Speech Sound King is really important because he wrote the book. He wrote the code mapping book, the dictionary. So we're getting children really excited about the dictionary and about code mapping, and about code mapping really effectively. It's exciting.